Hey Patrick, how's it going? Right now, sitting on my monster truck build, just having a lot of fun with it. As you can see, it's come a ways since last winter when you stopped by. Got some shocks on it, axles, 4-link bars. I mean, it's been a little bit slow, but it's coming around. I've been learning just how expensive it really is to build a monster truck. It's definitely no easy task. There's a lot of work, and it's a small stuff that really is the most difficult part. I mean, with building the chassis, all the tubing stuff, that was a huge learning experience, but all the small stuff, all the tabs, brackets, mounts, and all that, that really ended up taking probably more time than the actual chassis itself, all the tubing. And then, like right now, just learning all the small nuts and bolts and all the small stuff really adds up. Yesterday, got the battery hold downs made, but there's so much that goes into these trucks. I mean, they're simple but complex all at the same time. But it's been a great learning experience so far, and it's been tons of fun.
And what about your future plans? I know you've been doing a lot of announcing last year, and now you're you've been working on trucks since last year. So tell us about your future plans, about what you like to do, and if you see anything concrete yet about what your plans are. And
Well, I mean, it's tough to really decide because I can never make up my mind, and I'm having a lot of fun building this truck. I can't wait to get it finished. I'm taking my time to make sure it gets done right. I don't want to just throw it together to get it done, then for it to fall apart. I want it to last, be reliable, and be a strong running truck that everyone enjoys seeing. But future plans, I don't ever want to give up announcing, but I don't want to give up driving monster trucks. And if I could have it my way, I would run the shows. I'd be promoter, driver of all the trucks in the show, announce the show, be the event coordinator, all that. But it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Maybe fortunately. But I mean, really, it's tough to say because announcing shows, I have so much fun. But driving the trucks, I mean, there's nothing else quite like driving a monster truck. It's really the greatest adrenaline rush out there. And so definitely gonna keep announcing shows, but gonna keep running this truck once it's done. So gotta kind of find the balance between what I end up doing most. I mean, announcing, it's something that I've always wanted to do. So is driving. Now I've gotten to do both, and so it's just kind of one of those things. Want to do so many things, want to do all of it, but it's definitely lots of fun.
And we all know it's not easy making these trucks and having other like equipment with it, as far as buying to haul it to shows and stuff. What's your next step as far as when you build this truck? What do you need to do to get you to the next level as far as trying to make shows?
Well, right now, as you can see, the axles are sitting on the ground. I got my rims sitting outside, but in the next few days, the rims for the load tires, for transport tires, those will be coming in, and I gotta actually find the tires. And so once I do that, that'll definitely help because I'll be able to have a complete rolling chassis, and I still got to build all the brackets and mounts for 4-link bars, steering rams, all of that stuff. And then there's, of course, all the electrical stuff, all the hydraulic stuff that's got to go into it. I mean, whether it's the hydraulic fittings, all the hoses. The motor is about halfway done. I mean, got most of the parts, but there's a few things here and there I still got to get for the motor. And once the truck's off the ground and the truck's sitting on the bump stops, basically, then that'll allow me to put the motor in. And right now, if I was to put the motor in, just because of all that weight, it'd end up just leaning back and basically tipping backwards. So got to get the low tires on it so it's a little bit more stable. And right now, just taking it step by step. Still need to get the transmission in it. AJ with Community Transmissions, he does all the transmissions for Bill's trucks and everything. He does a great job. So
Sweet plug.
yeah, gonna be getting that, and just all the small stuff. Still need my center sections and then axle shafts, sway bars. But it's coming down to just smaller stuff here and there.
Right. What's the what's the major hindrance right now? Time and money, probably, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
okay.
This truck already has, $60,000 into it, and it's not even ready to run yet. And of course, time is very difficult. Being this year, I've been doing tons and tons of shows, announcing as well, and crewing and all that. Time is always a really tough thing to deal with, and so of course it's nice because got to have the time away from building this to make the money to build this. So it's one of those things. It's quite the process to get a truck going. It's something I've always wanted to do, and really anyone can do it. It's just a matter of taking that first step and getting started. And of course, everyone wants to, when they're building something like this, they want to see it done tomorrow, but it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You got to really put a lot of time and effort into it, and there's really so much work that goes into it. I mean, whether it's ordering parts, searching for parts, it's one of those things that takes time. And like, you may order a part that has to be custom made, and you may feel like, oh yeah, well, I can just order this, and then once that's done, I can do this. Well, that part might take a few weeks or a month or so to make, and then time for shipping, and well, by the time it finally gets here, you're out of the state or out of the country, doing shows. So that makes things a challenge, trying to coordinate timing and everything with when things will be shipped and delivered. And so there's really so much that goes into it other than just building the truck. I mean, building the truck, that's the fun part, but ordering parts and trying to find the best deals on parts, that can be a bit of a challenge.
And then, have you ever estimated how much all this would cost at the very end, as far as this truck wise? And I know you're in a straight up racing shop right here.
Yeah.
Has Bill, his suppliers or whatever, has that helped a lot in your building and his knowledge?
Absolutely. I mean, especially with, Bill's help is absolutely amazing. Wouldn't be able to do it without his advice. And that's one of the coolest things about this is if I have any questions, if I'm like, I could do it this way or that way, Bill knows more about these trucks than probably anybody out there. And so he can give me great advice. And so that way I can look at the pros and cons of different ways. Like right now I'm trying to decide for the steering knuckles how I'm going to make the brackets for steering rams and tie rods and all that, whether I want single tie rod, dual tie rod, and stuff like that. So of course I have a great resource right there. And also being able to search Facebook and all over the web for all the different ideas. Like I've been looking at how J.R. McNeil's team does their steering knuckles compared to Devin Jones and then Roger Steidel, because they all run the Pettibones like I do, and there's Derek Anson. There's quite a few that do, so I can look, see what they did versus what another person did, and like, hey, I like this idea that people are doing on the Clark 20 tons, but I'm not sure that'll really work with this. And then got to decide for the geometry, like, hey, what's the pros and cons of having like Ackerman geometry on the steering, is it really that much of an advantage compared to how much redesigning and reworking with what's already there? And so there's a lot of decision making that goes into it.
Okay.